I'm not going to go for the obvious answers on AI.
And so there were so many meme coins just coming out and getting boosted.
But yeah, right now it feels like memes are dominating the token space.
The meme coins will be in the center because they're super topical, they're super interesting.
So we're really excited to see how this develops.
Thinking whether 2025 is going to be the bull market, right?
I mean, I'm very bullish, generally speaking.
And we see a lot more developments.
All the people were believing in Web3 technology.
I feel like the industry will always have some level of uncertainty and scams and all this kind of stuff.
I think that we're gonna go higher than 100K, maybe 150. The peak is about to come very soon, in my opinion.
Today, Bitcoin inches higher once again, hovering around $100,000.
The price of a single Bitcoin has climbed above $100,000 for the first time.
President-elect Donald Trump reiterates his commitment to crypto while ringing the opening bell on Wall Street.
We're going to do something great with crypto because we don't want China or anybody else, not just China, but others are embracing it and we want to be the head.
Listen, if you're trading meme coins and you're getting serious FOMO, I hear you because this is boom.
Guide on how to buy any meme coin that you can think of. First, find the meme coin that you want to buy.
Telegram tap airdrop games are all the rage.
Alright guys, so welcome to the Vault Show hosted by 13 Des. I'm your host for today, Clement, and together with me is Eunice. So we like to bring along the most esteemed guests in the crypto industry to come on and share about their insights on what they think the market is going to look like, and of course, maybe drop some alpha. So Eunice, would you like to introduce our guests for today?
Sure, it would be an honor. So right now we have Tanya from Bitmedia. She's the CEO of Bitmedia. Bitmedia is a premier crypto advertising network and marketing platform that reaches your target audience with precision through their crypto ad solutions. And then we also have Sec, the developer relations of SonicLabs. So Sonic powers the next generation of DeFi by combining speed, incentives, and world-class infrastructure. And actually, just recently, they partnered with Chainlink for cross-chain growth. So congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you.
Awesome. So thanks, Eunice, for introducing, and I'm particularly, excited for this call because I think a couple of maybe years back, I was actually part of a team that was building on Phantom, which now then became Sonic. And of course, we all know that Bitmedia is basically one of the biggest ad media company in the crypto industry right now. So I guess the first topic that I wanted to get some of insights from you guys on is, with Trump being inaugurated as the president of the United States, right? We see a lot of things happening. In fact, just yesterday, he announced the strategic reserve for digital assets. And, there's a lot of talk about AI being something that the US is going to be heavily focusing on with so much investments going in. So I guess a couple of things that we wanted to hear more of your thoughts on about is, how will Trump policies affect crypto regulations moving forward? We all know that he's pro-crypto. And of course, how are some of the benefits or the challenges that we will see under Trump's rule be taken into consideration? So Eunice, would you like to carry on the discussions?
So, hi guys. I just would like to ask you some questions regarding your insights on Trump's rule. As we know previously that he was totally against crypto before in his 45th, in his being the 45th president, he was totally against it and he called it a scam. And now he's building World Liberty Fi and launching meme coins with his wife. So he's expressed his stance on crypto and he's been supporting it of the last campaign, and now he's continued to show his support as he has been recently inaugurated. So I just want to ask, how will crypto regulations evolve under Trump's return to office? We can ask Tanya first, so you can go
Okay,
first,
so
Tanya.
generally I think that right now what we see, not just in the US, but generally across the whole world, is that crypto starts being regulated. We can see it in Europe with their MiCA, and we could see some regulations coming out in other countries as well. But just as you said, Trump is very pro-crypto president, and I think that there is for sure going to be some kind of regulation during his presidency, and I think it's going to be favorable right now. Is what we can see, because everyone was very, like, everyone who is holding crypto was very pro-Trump during this election in the United States. So I believe that these current regulations, which are about to come in the United States particularly, is going to be very pro-crypto in terms of taxes and other things. Yeah, but on the other hand, you never know what to expect from Trump, because he's kind of a guy you never know how he will react, what he will do next. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, that's true. I remember something about him being against TikTok, and now he's like the one who reinstated TikTok in the US. So,
I think.
How about you, Seg? What are your thoughts? Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's okay.
What I wanted to say that is, I think that he just realized that this is something he cannot fight against. It just exists, and it will keep existing. So he decided that why not? If everyone supports it, maybe it could be the next big thing.
That's true. And he can also earn more money from TikTok revenue.
Yeah.
Indeed.
With his Trump coin and all the upside he has potentially with the strategic reserve and the deals he can make, I feel like it's just business for him. And ultimately, it's whatever is able to make him money, whatever is able to gain him favor, he will do, which sort of makes sense for him. And I think that it's not like he hasn't sort of changed he's changed his opinions on a lot. He used to be a Democrat, right? He's changed his positions on a lot of things because it benefited him. So it's good for us. So I think we're all pretty happy about it. And I think that, I mentioned this before, like a couple months ago at a different conference, but I think this has been one of the most impactful things that happened to the industry so far, and I think it'll continue to be, just because the last hurdle for crypto generally was, there was institutional adoption, which was also held back by regulation, and now the incoming administration, including the SEC chair, etc. So there's a lot of things that are variables that are going to be positive for our industry now, and because of Trump's stance, and because obviously he's making money from it, so his incentives are now to obviously maximize his own gain, which means that it benefits us tangentially. So I think it's a really good thing for the industry, and we're very keen on what's happening in the U.S. Historically, we've stayed very far away, obviously because it's been a perilous environment, but we're quite interested now.
Thank you so much for that. I kind of agree that, Trump has changed his position in several things really, really fast at that. So now I want to ask, Tanya already mentioned something about this affecting us on the global scale. So how will this Trump reinstation affect crypto globally? Like, what are the trends that we are seeing right now already? Tanya?
Well, we can see Bitcoin 100K. This is the thing which is already affecting us globally, and United States is a very big economy, and everything what's happening is in the United States is impacting the whole world, basically. So I think that if they're talking about Bitcoin reserves and all of these things, this is definitely going to be a very, very good thing for the United States and for crypto, probably. So if the situation with Trump and remains how it is right now, if he still keeps being pro-crypto and kind of favorable in terms of like crypto regulation and stuff, this is going to be good. So we could be witnessing something which is everyone calling this kind of super cycle, and I think that this might be a very good thing in terms of prices, in terms of businesses being developed. Yeah, this is one thing, but also at the same time, I believe that right now there's a lot of we're in the bull market, so there's a lot of different meme coins and different tokens appearing, and you never know who they are backed by, how they work. This also causes a lot of volatility and things like that, and a lot of scam, by the way. So if this persists, and if this influences the people who live in the United States a lot, it might be not really good for crypto and for the governmental perception of crypto, so to say. So this might be the thing that can change the way the US government would be treating crypto. And also, if the thing that they are talking, like the Bitcoin reserve and generally like this big support for crypto persists, I think that this might also impact the prices in terms of their volatility. So if we're talking about more classical assets, crypto assets, I mean, it could be so that the volatility will not be that high as it used to be during previous cycles.
Yeah, I'll make a quick comment on the volatility. I think the volatility is dampened also by the massive amount of capital that has come in the last few years, like institutional capital. I feel like the swings are mostly on the low caps. I feel like the vast majority of Bitcoin volatility is behind us. And yeah, because like if you remember back in like 2020 or so, the percentage change, the absolute changes were obviously lower, but the percentage swings were way bigger. Bitcoin could have in like a couple months, versus now it's sort of like much more difficult to move because the ocean is, I guess, bigger. But you're definitely right that because of the uncertainty of I mean, I feel like the industry will always have some level of like uncertainty and scams and all this kind of stuff. But I mean, as any new industry matures, I feel like some of this stuff is weeded out, or and also I think part of the good thing about Trump is like there's going to be more of a framework around crypto. It's not just going to be, hopefully not just going to be complete free for all, but also it'll be a lot of clarity around some of the uncertainty regulation wise, which could also dampen some volatility. So yeah, I agree that there's both sides of the coin there. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for your insights. I also agree that crypto scams are quite inevitable, as you know that crypto is becoming more and more globally known and more globally used as well. So now I just want to ask, how can crypto businesses like yours prepare for shifts in these regulatory landscapes? Like, what's it gonna be like for your company?
Okay, so if we're talking about Bitmedia, so what we provide, our main service is digital advertising for crypto-related businesses. So we basically don't issue any token. We don't have like crypto part. So it's just that we accept crypto payments, and as long as client is willing to pay, and also that we're focused on this kind of audience at this moment. What we can see right now in terms of regulation, and if it comes, it's going to be definitely more strict than it is right now, because what we see right now, even in Europe, is that they make you pass the KYC procedures and see who the payments are coming from, and so on and so forth. So I think that if we're talking about advertising business, for us it's going to be definitely regulating and understanding who the funds are coming from, and making more thorough analysis in terms of like whether these funds are from, I don't know, good sources or something like this. So definitely we're going to be more strict. We will have to be more strict in terms of businesses, in terms of our due diligence. We do have it right now in place. We do carry it out. However, I think if the regulatory changes are going to come, we will have to be even more strict in terms of who we're working with, and in terms of controlling where the ads are being targeted and checking whether these ads are legally allowed to be targeted to these particular areas. And of course, definitely, checking the documents and doing the KYC and making KYC obligatory for our customers.
Yeah, I guess I'll go next. So I think for us, the major benefit is going to come from the fact that we're able to potentially operate more freely with a larger customer base globally. And then also, I feel like the US was sort of the last, well, there are some European countries as well, but I feel like the US was the last major hurdle for the industry generally for, I guess, creating global adoption of various crypto platforms and that kind of thing. I think for us, it's going to be, we aim to be the fastest, and we are pretty much the fastest EVM layer 1 blockchain that it exists out there in production. And because we have like 10,000 TPS, sub-second finality and that kind of thing. So we want true global adoption. And so if there are silos like the US where we cannot sort of penetrate, it makes interoperability between jurisdictions more difficult for our different protocols and that kind of thing. So I feel like for us, it's going to be a really good thing to have full interoperability, and we want to serve the world's DeFi needs. And so the upgrade to Sonic has really allowed us to scale technologically. Now we have the potential regulatory, I guess, changes that we need to be able to penetrate using our tech. So yeah, that's good.
Okay, thank you so much for that. So I also agree with Tanya regarding how crypto regulations might be tighter around advertisements, because, like, as long as they see that crypto is, generating revenue, they would want a cut from it. So that's why I also believe that they're gonna be stricter around that aspect. But in terms of like seamlessness into the business world, I also agree with Seg that this crypto regulation can, under Trump's rule, can help them serve more people and connect the world. And now let's move on to another topic, which is we observed after Trump's election as the president and now his inauguration that people are pointing to the signs that this may be signaling the bull market. In this discussion, we are going to discuss about market trends, like what indicators suggest a possible bull market for 2025, and then investor sentiment, which is like how are investors reacting to the current market conditions. So, Clement?
Right. So, guys, I think a couple of discussion points that I wanted to get your expert advice on, of course, non-financial advice to the viewers. So, I think we've seen a lot of projections from the banks, right? Even BlackRock CEO came out to say that he believes Bitcoin will hit 700K. So, yeah, I guess, Tanya, what do you think? Where do you think, like in terms of projections, we are going to see like the whole market cap of crypto is going to go to, and maybe what do you think Bitcoin is going to be in like the coming to the end of the year?
Oh, I think it's so difficult to make predictions because there are so many of them, but I think that we're going to go higher than 100K, maybe 150. Not sure if we're going to break 200K or something like this, because usually, the peak is about to come very soon, in my opinion, because the bull market is not just about Trump. It's also, as we know, halving happened, and usually if we look historically at other previous cycles, after halving, you need about 1 year until the crypto reaches all-time high. So after half a year, approximately, usually it works so that the prices go up. But the all-time high is about to come, I think, probably in spring. Nice. Or maximum by the end of this year, and then it's going to be not really active. So if we also think not about just Trump, but about the halving and how previously it worked, I think we're going to be at the top quite soon. And However, this time we have a lot of other factors. So we also had like pre-halving price going up, which was caused by the Bitcoin ETFs, like last year in the beginning of the year when they were thinking whether they should approve it or not, and they finally approved it. So the price went up. So we have more retail in crypto, and we also have more institutional players in crypto right now. Generally, it's more accessible for everyone because of the ETF. This might be the thing that can change the rules a little bit. And also, if we're talking right now about Trump, it also will depend heavily on what kind of regulations and policies and what path they take in terms of crypto. So if it's going to be like it is right now, about like the reserves, about non-taxing crypto, about being super crypto friendly state, so I think it's also going to be very good. And the volatility, even if we pass the all-time high by the end of the year, let's say so, the volatility afterwards may be not as bad as it used to be before, because I remember like during 2017 when Bitcoin in 2018 it just plummeted until it was like from 12k to 6 and then to 3, which was a disaster. So I think this might not be the thing that we will be witnessing right now. And as for the all-time high, you never know. My projection is that it's going to be around 150. But crypto is so unpredictable, and you can never say what's going to happen next.
Agree. And like you mentioned, right, it's going to be so unpredictable as always. So Zach, what do you think, man?
I think that, well, for me, it's always been like the gold, Bitcoin being the sort of digital gold. It's been the gold market cap, or that being the target. If there is a target, and if there's any target, it would probably be that. Bitcoin's at what is it? Couple trillion now. Yeah. So 2 trillion, and gold is what 10 to 20, between 10 and 20.
Yep.
So with that in mind, I feel like for the next 10 years, maybe Bitcoin arrives at gold market cap and then eclipses it to some degree, because it obviously has some more utility than gold, in my opinion. So yeah, I don't know when things are going to happen. I also don't pay attention to day-to-day fluctuations because of that. It's just sort of like things are moving. Bitcoin is now here to stay. It was more uncertain 5 years ago what would happen, but because institutions have adopted it, the ETF is live, Trump is sort of backing it to some degree, regulation is favorable, everything is poised to allow it to continue to flourish. So I feel like, yeah, it's going to continue to grow. Not sure with respect to price targets or anything like that, but yeah, I mean, I'm very bullish, generally speaking, long term, and then short to medium term, it's just unknown because, like Tasha said, there's volatility, right? And you don't really know for sure what's going to happen.
Yeah, agreed. And I mean, to build on to this, I guess, Zach, my next question, which would be more applicable in your regards, is to kind of understand what you think altcoins, or where do you think altcoins will be right now with Trump, being so bullish on crypto, and especially because you are with SonicLabs. I guess you see more people and see more builders and see more founders that's trying to build something right now. So yeah, what's your take on altcoins moving into 2025?
I think that like we've seen specifically a lot of activity around memes. We have a lot of people are launching tokens that are meme focused, obviously, to take advantage of the trend. I feel like DeFi will make a comeback, as the structures that exist in DeFi are just inherently more efficient than a lot of traditional financial structures. We see a lot of DeFi builders coming over to Sonic. A lot of them are migrating from our old chain, which is Phantom, because Sonic is a significant upgrade to Phantom. And so I think it's going to be a mix. The trend will change. I feel like meme coin liquidity will dry up, and then tokens will shift to either back to DeFi or some new form of something. Whatever it is, we're sort of building really scalable layer 1 infrastructure with really good dev tooling and all that kind of stuff in order for us to be able to support whatever the next trend is. But yeah, right now it feels like memes are dominating the token space. Again, they fall out of, I guess, for it feels like in the US now it's going to also, these memes are not considered securities or anything, so people are comfortable doing them. And so yeah, we're seeing a lot of meme activity. We're seeing a lot of DeFi builders as well, probably more in stealth mode because DeFi is not as popular as it used to be. But we're really fostering DeFi on our chain to take advantage of the next potential DeFi wave that's about to come because of the regulatory flexibility and all that.
Awesome, thanks. And I hear your thoughts about DeFi and where people should look into this. How about Tanya? What do you think about altcoins? Are you seeing something else?
Well, I actually think that Seg is totally right. And if we're talking about our clients, what we see right now is definitely memes. And generally, if you look at the crypto community, it has changed a lot since, if you compare it to the community we saw obviously in like the early Bitcoin days in like 2014 or something like this. Then it moved to ICO, then it moved to NFTs, and right now we have memes and even people who are investing. If you look at Twitter and if you generally talk to people who just recently joined the crypto space, so to say, by investing into something crypto related, they are mostly investing into meme coins, into altcoins, and they don't usually hold any Bitcoin, for example, or even no Ethereum or something like this. So I think that right now the trend will be such that the meme coins will be in the center because they're super topical, they're super interesting. However, I think that this will be just short trend which will not persist. Like, the top meme coins are here to stay probably. But if we're talking about the situation which we have right now with Pump Fund and other platforms, I'm not really sure it's gonna remain like this because they don't have any basically utility. So it's just buying something for fun and for speculation, of course. So this is what is happening during probably every bull cycle. And I think that still what is usually happening is that during the bull market, everyone is trying to launch a lot of stuff, not necessarily things with utility, but still another thing which also exists is that builders build more generally, and there's going to be a lot more applications with actual utility, and I think that they are here to stay in the long run. Usually this is what happens because after the bull market, when the bear market comes, this is a very good check for all kinds of businesses, whether they are actually good in terms of what they're trying to build and in terms of their product. And this is very good time for them to polish the things that they're working on and to prepare for the next bull run. So altcoins are generally, I think, going to be very topical during this bull cycle as usual, and meme coins are going to be definitely the central ones.
Awesome. Thanks so much for your insights, Tanya. And to further build on from what you guys have mentioned when it comes to like meme coins or even comes to some of the other DeFi applications that we are potentially going to see more builders building, I think in 2025, what I'd like to know is when more people are starting to explore cryptocurrencies because they are entering because of meme coins, we wanted to know what kind of sectors you guys are seeing that would really, make a big boom. I think we've seen so much from consumer applications coming out from DePIN to DeSci and many of the other things that's gonna come out into the industry, right? I guess I wanted to get some insights from you guys on where you guys kind of see things moving forward to. We've seen some of the older topics and older narratives not really having as much attention right now. So yeah, Eunice, would you like to carry on to ask our guests some of the questions that we may have?
Sure. So I just want to ask you guys, what do you think about what sectors are thriving right now since Trump's inauguration, and like what sectors will actually see the biggest growth in crypto for 2025?
No, the obvious one is. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh,
yeah.
I would say the obvious one is DeFi AI. Don't know how to pronounce it, but DeFi AI, which is really taking off. And I feel like there's because of the fact that the AI explosion is happening concurrently to the crypto bull market, the two worlds are like naturally intersecting, and there's a lot of agents on chain now. There's a lot of development happening in that space. I feel like a lot of it is there's interesting things happening. I feel like a solid use case other than like meme agents and that kind of thing hasn't really been arrived at, but there are a lot of projects that are actually building on Sonic that are AI focused projects, and they provide, for example, inference on chain and things like that. So there's an interesting intersection happening there. We actually have a DeFi hackathon live. So if anybody watching is interested in participating, it's $250K of prizes, and it's administered by Dora Hacks. And so we're sort of taking advantage of that trend, and we're providing builders an opportunity to win prizes for building agents, really. And there's multiple tracks for that. So I think, yeah, DeFi is the major one. I feel like that's going to keep growing going forward.
I totally agree. I think that AI is generally a very powerful tool, which actually is helpful for everyone in the daily life. And right now, what we see in terms of trends in crypto is like this kind of convergence of blockchain and AI. And I think that this is trendy right now. And this is why everyone is trying to use AI in their kind of crypto activities, because it's easier to market the product like this, and people get interested in everything which is AI related generally. So this is going to be a very, very big trend. However, just like Zach said, there are hardly any projects which have some kind of utility and which are actually useful right now in the space. But once again, this is the thing which is okay-ish for every bull market. So I think that lots of projects like this will appear right now, but later on some of them might prove that they have some kind of utility. And also another thing which I think is going to be kind of popular during this bull market is the games. They were one of the topics during the last bull cycle, but I think that they are here to stay, because gaming is a very large industry generally, and crypto gaming is growing a lot. And if we look at what was happening during previous years, since 2020 until now, when the market was not in the best condition, so to say, everyone was investing a lot into crypto games. And if you look at what was among the top investments into the crypto sector, this was crypto gaming. So I think that it will keep evolving, and it is to stay with us. And right now we also had a boom with Telegram games and Telegram applications. I'm not really sure it's going to be there with us here right now, but generally crypto games are going to be really cool, I think.
For today, we will have Peter from dotBOLD. He is the business lead of the company, and they are currently developing and opening up 3 games, which are Mind Wars, Space Sweepers, and Crypto Gears. Next, we also have Andy from PacificMeta. He's the global marketing director, and PacificMeta is a leading Web3 accelerator deeply rooted in Japan and across Asia. They are the ones who drive your business growth in the region's Web3 ecosystem.
You guys think are like signs that point to a possible bull market in 2025, and whether there will be like, external factors such as some of the global events, maybe even war or like even regulations that could impact the market. So yeah, Eunice, perhaps you can expand on this further and talk about some of the discussion points regarding this topic.
We have recently been seeing that there are lots of signs pointing to the fact that 2025 might be the bull market, but then we see Bitcoin rising and then going back down and then going back up. Every time that there's something major happening about Trump or the globe, the current affairs, we see that Bitcoin is improving or either going down. So just recently when Trump was inaugurated, he somehow made Bitcoin rise again. And then along with that, their Trump and Melania meme coins rose in value. So I want to ask Andy, what indicators usually show us whether 2025 is the year of the bull market?
Well, I think one of the things is that, with more capital deployed, there's usually a rising market. And it's always about supply and demand. So with the example of like the Trump coin, I think it shows like how we will have like more capital to be deployed on chain, and we see a lot more developments, and we see like actually a lot of new innovations coming out. As I said, like we've seen success in the last year, and then that's also not stopping, but we also see like more consumer applications developing. We have like Line right now, and there's also like more consumer products, more like consumer chains that are coming out, like Abstract or actually Morph. I think we're just interested to see more how it goes. But so far, what we've seen, we're pretty certain that there's still a long way until the next all-time high for the whole market.
Thank you so much for that, Andy. I've also been reading a lot from the crypto community, and they're saying that they're not really sure whether 2025 will be the bull market, but it's leading up to that. Yeah. Peter, I want to ask, are there external factors? Like, do you think the global events or the recent tech breakthroughs are actually affecting, or in a way that's boosting or harming crypto's growth in the past year and in 2025?
Okay. Thanks, Eunice, for that. Well, let's think of some events. So, like, there are a couple of wars going on in, like Israeli areas, and also in Russian and Ukrainian wars, and we do see a progress in there. So, like, they are coming to a point where they are trying to stop the war at the moment. So, for that point, I would like to say that it's like becoming peaceful and having people like no more people getting killed is just great. But like upon that, because Ukraine was one of the biggest manufacturer of wheat and flour, so like this is going to actually stabilize the food market. And that is very big because people are like struggling in some areas because of this fluctuation in prices. So I suppose these two wars getting solved, I suppose I could say, is a huge thing that we have to focus. And they would need a lot of funds to rebuild their what they have been going through, and also they would need a lot of help. And through that, there would be things that we could help along or take part in. On the business side, every time a war is over, there are always opportunities in those lands. Like, for example, in Korea, after the Korean Wars, we didn't have anything. It was just pure land without anything. It's just ash, burnt trees, nothing to eat, no fresh water. But then we have gone through that time with the support from other countries. We tried to struggle to go back up, and that is how we have, like, South Korea has became what it is now. There are always opportunities to rebuild what is coming up. So I think maybe these the ending wars of these two situation might be an opportunity for crypto payments. Who knows? Because it's really hard for them to make currency, stabilize currency. Then why wouldn't they just utilize crypto payments rather than government currencies instead? Because it could be more efficient to them. They would have more business going on, and there will be a lot of options and chances for investment in those.
Thank you very much for that, Peter. Yeah, I really think that the global focus should be on resolving this, but we know that it's hard to do that, especially given the limited power that we have. Like, as the crypto community, all we can do is like support every tech that's emerging. In relation to that, as the crypto industry grows, I'd like to introduce this last topic regarding the possible opportunities that come with this evolution, and what do we expect to emerge more in terms of the workforce this 2025. So Clement, can you please take the stage?
Yeah, sure. So I guess the talking point for this would be how crypto can build us our dreams, right? How will the workforce and crypto evolve in 2025? I think we've seen a couple of companies trying to get all their employees going back to office, but we know that in crypto, that's not really going to happen because we're all just enjoying our remote life. So what do you guys think? Andy, maybe you can start first. How will the workforce develop and evolve in 2025?
Okay. So I have to say, it's very different for me. Because I do go to the office most of the days, and I think it's while I mean crypto is very decentralized. We have like that certain benefits of having everyone in the team in the office, just to like get more interaction with everyone. And also, I think it's always nice to build a good community, and that's like always key in Web3 and crypto. So I think another problem that we have to take care is that while Web3 or like crypto is going big, it's going really big. We need more people all the time, and I know like a lot of projects, a lot of great founders are always hiring. And I think as PacificMeta, as ourselves, trying to like build Web3 stronger in Japan, it's always like good to build like better brand image to let people know that like the blockchain technology, the distributed ledger is not just about like scams, or like no, not just about scams. It's not scams. It's about like bringing technological innovation and how we can attract more people, no matter those who are building the infrastructure, building on the technical side, or people who are promoting, like myself, who works in marketing, and also the people who invest, who all like do business development. I think that's the key for us in terms of like human resources, in terms of like jobs in 2025. Always keep building, keep hustling, and build better brand image. Yeah, and then I think I missed out one point about like the bull market. You know it's bull when your family, your friends are asking you, oh, what is Trump coin? Or actually just about like, how do I buy Bitcoin? Like, where is the best place to buy it? That's when you know, when your family and friends ask you. Yeah, that's my take.
Thanks, Andy. And how about Peter? What are you seeing right now for like the crypto workforce?
Well, I think, I mean, like, I always like to talk about culture-wise. I mean, culture-wise, I think there would be a lot of difference because, like, if you go into crypto companies, especially like the startups, like the smaller ones, you do see a lot of revolution in workforce. Like, if you go into traditional workforces, there are always hierarchy, and like you need to be there on time. You need to go off work in certain time. You have to eat in certain time. You get regulated on your clothing, how many days off you get per year, and all these kind of things. But in crypto, I mean, like not to only say in crypto, but like the whole culture is kind of shifting. And plus, with that, in crypto field, because we are all shouting out decentralized, we want to be more responsible of what we are doing, plus have freedom. So like I think it doesn't matter in like, especially in crypto, it doesn't really matter where you are as long as you're doing your thing. And sometimes it's better for people like me, like doing business development, to be in a place where a lot of people who are related in crypto kind of stays, for example, in Thailand or in Singapore, because you would actually get more chances. Like, for example, like having a lunch, and then you just step up to someone and like, this guy's in crypto, and you talk to them and you find some opportunities. That would actually happen, and this is something that may happen. But then if you're staying in the office in your own country, this kind of opportunity never happens. So all these paradigms will probably shift to half remote and half office. There are advantages of working in the office, for example, to be more concentrated on doing tasks, or getting to be more coherent with your workers as like you're working, so you're more into it. and you don't really like lose track of what the company is doing or others are working on. In that case, if you're like if your project is in a stage where you would have to centralize all your resources to build something, yes, why not an office? But if you're in a stage where you need to market, you need to meet a lot of people, just send them over so that they could enjoy their life plus do their work and get to know like a lot of other people. So yeah, so these things would totally change, and I'm expecting a little bit more of a new culture, especially in crypto, and also getting payments in crypto too, which would be a very interesting way of getting payments.
We are currently in the most advanced era that crypto has ever been, because there's no way but up. Yeah, that's what we commonly hear from the people in the crypto community, and that's what we have been observing throughout the years as well. This discussion will cover the 2025 outlook, which are trends, technology, and products, and we will dive into the exciting developments shaping the future of cryptocurrency and blockchain. What we'll discuss are the big trends in crypto and blockchain, crypto payments, which is gonna tackle about how will crypto become more common in daily transactions, because we have been hearing news lately that we can now use it for grocery payments and other stuff. So crypto ATMs, will they become more accessible in the coming year? Clement, can you take the stage, please?
Sure. So thanks, Eunice, for that. I think the couple of discussion points that we have today for our esteemed speakers are, number one, I guess I'd like to hear more from Andy as well as from Peter, right? Like, what do you guys think will be the next big trends that we are going to see in crypto and in blockchain? I think over the past couple of months, there's been a lot of talk of AI, creating AI agents, virtuous protocol, AI 16Z, and so on. So just wanted to gather some of your thoughts and what you guys are seeing upcomingly. Perhaps, Andy, you might want to share first.
I'm not going to go for the obvious answers on AI agents, which is not really my forte. But what we've been seeing in Japan is there's Kaya Chain, which launched their mini dApps a few days ago. Well, actually, just yesterday at the time of recording. And we see a lot of projects trying to put out their games, trying to put out their mini dApps out there that is available for access online, which is the most popular instant messaging application here in Japan and also in Taiwan and Thai. And the equivalent is also in Korea with KakaoTalk. So I think for me, what I'm excited to see, or what I'm expecting to see in this year, is mass adoption in the consumer side. And we also have Abstract, which is crazy. There's a lot of potential for consumer adaptation here, and that's what I'm looking forward most in 2025.
Nice, thanks, Andy. So consumer applications are something like a theme that is heavily talked about right now. What do you think, Peter?
So could I just speak about like both of the subjects still?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay. So I mean, like for the payments side, I think some of the CEXs are doing quite a good job. They have been putting like cards and I suppose there are credit cards and debit cards that are available for people. Well, I don't think there are any available in Korea because of the regulations. However, I do think that this will boost up the payment system and how people would travel or use their funds. For example, like if for the people who are working in Korea, and like if you have a job in Singapore or in the US, you would probably get like dollars in your account as salary. But then when you're living in Korea, you have to transfer them to a Korean bank. Basically, you have to change the money into Korean won and then use it. However, in this process, you need to pay at least like as high as 20 to 30% on fees when you're doing this. If it's small money, like $500, $600, it doesn't really matter. But like if it gets to a point where annually you're using around $10,000 or $20,000, you would have to just pay these fees. But then if crypto payments come in place, especially for CBDC such as USDT or USDC, it will be very comfortable for them. They would be saving a lot through these payment systems. So I do expect a lot of moves will be getting in place this year, and I would love to see them. That's one point. And for like what's going to happen in 2025, I would like to wrap up like 2024 and the starting of 2025. We could all agree that like the end of 2024 was just a massive trend of meme coins, and like so there were so many meme coins just coming out and getting boosted. So I would like to put it this way: so like the meme coin kind of represents the Web3 culture. For the last few years, all the people were believing in Web3 technology, but then in their mere hearts, they believed that it would make them wealthier. The intention of having themselves thinking that it will make them wealthier made them jump into projects or invest in products. And I think the last outcome and the one that hits the most was meme coin. And like, yes, when Trump was in office for US president, Trump coin came out and we all saw what happened. So I would like to call meme coins as the culture of Web3. And then like there were AI sectors. So like we were all using ChatGPT, Perplexity, and all these kind of technologies, and like how we kind of saw these technologies came into our lives, and it's really, really comfortable. I use like ChatGPT to like analyze things or like reorganize things, so that it's gonna save me a lot of time. So AI is like real, but then what did we see in crypto fields? It was like AI agents. We talked to them in X.com. We saw people talking with AI agents in X.com. AI agents were investing in things. They were shouting out projects. And we saw that, these AI agents or these technology are something that we should look into. So like people kind of got interested in it, and like they invested a lot in the like AI 16Z, AI XBeat, and all that. But then the thing is, they kind of saw that there were limits to these kind of AIs, because AI projects didn't really give users a meaningful value just yet. They are still trying to see like what they can do with AI. So what I think is that like the projects who will actually combine all these together would be thriving in 2025. And I think everyone would be just using this precious time to get ready for it and like launch everything on 2025. Well, like I solely believe that like the infra that has been taking place for a few years, the blockchain, every like layer 1, layer 2s, and all the mainnets, EVMs are just there. So like we have all the materials. It's just a matter of how are we going to make use of it. So like if projects could take in some great ideas, make some great businesses on this infra, and expressing their ideas through AI. Like for example, if you have a certain data, you could use the AI to reorganize or analyze the data and make up something good. For example, a customized service for users, then that would be something that we could pop out in Web3, because like people are tended to use all these new technologies and they love using new technologies. So like, I mean, just to wrap it up, like I think the combination of the infra, the blockchain, and using very smart business models or creative business models with the power of AI would hit a very huge change in 2025. That's what I believe, and that is the reason why I joined this team, because I've heard that this team was using games. And like when you play a game, you have your own play style, right? Even though you're playing the same game, all people have different play style. For me, I mean, like I play League of Legends. I only play support. Using the AI technology to, kind of give me feedbacks or teach me how to do things better would be a very, new experience as a gamer. So I believe that it might work out, and like this is what our team is kind of building on. And I do see it's going to thrive in 2025.
Awesome. Thanks for the insights, Peter. And yeah, we'll definitely love to hear more about what dotBOLD is going to do up next. And yeah, I hear you mention a couple of narratives which I think are interesting that we can expand on. First, you mentioned about the widespread use of AI. And in my opinion, I think that with AI, we are, like what you are saying, going into more data analytics of things. We want to see how AI can help us to be better and stronger at whatever we're doing. The second thing you mentioned are meme coins, which is something that's close to heart for all the crypto degens out there listening to this right now. I think many of you would probably have bought some meme coins over the span of the last couple of months, right? Yeah. And the third thing that you mentioned is a little bit about crypto payments. I just wanted to hear a little bit more about Andy from, what you think about the rise of crypto payments. Are we seeing more ATMs being more accessible? Are we seeing more cards being more accessible? Like, what are you seeing right now in Japan? Andy?
Yeah, I think the thing is not just about ATMs. Of course, ATMs are cool. You can always on a ramp, but also like digital payment, how you put your digital currency into like crypto. For example, what I was mentioned earlier about like Line, having everything integrated on the Line ecosystem. You can have like since I'm in Japan, you can have your Japanese yen converted to like any cryptocurrency easily on like the instant messenger app that you're on every day, or actually every hour, even every minute for some people. And so I think that's like some interesting like innovation that we're looking to see. And then also I think the example of meme coin, as we see in the past week, or actually the past weekend with Trump and Melania, we see like on-ramp is actually making it very easy for people who haven't really been investing in altcoins or like meme coins at all, but still are able to like bring in all this like huge capital on chain, and that will probably stay on chain and go to some other ecosystem. So we're really excited to see like how this develops, and expecting that more is going to happen. Oh, actually, yesterday I was looking at one coin called Pika. And I'm hoping that it's not just like celebrities or like just people, but like IPs, how people's love for IPs could help us in bringing into to bring like more capital on ramp, and then like that also encourages more like on off ramp providers, service providers, to develop like better solutions for us.
Awesome. Thanks for your wonderful insights, Andy and Peter, for the previous topic. And yeah, I totally agree on what you guys are saying in terms of some of the consumer products that's coming to the space for mass adoption, how AI can really help us to better improve some of the systems that we are using right now for work as well as for our personal life. So, I mean, a couple of things that you guys are mentioning that could be some alpha for the users or the viewers that are viewing our show right now, right? And of course, not financial advice to people who are listening, even though Andy just showed the coin right now. But let's look forward.
Introducing Scrax, your gateway to the exciting world of Web3. Scrax is a scratch and win mini dApp, available right within Telegram. Tap Mia's playful button and earn Mia points. Exchange your Mia points for Scrax tokens, your ticket to amazing Web3 possibilities. From travel perks to eSIM cards, shopping discounts, and more. Scrax rewards go beyond digital. Are you ready to join the fun?
Yeah, I guess to kind of wrap things up, use this time to kind of share with our viewers and our audience about a little bit about what you guys are trying to build right now with the companies that you're with. Perhaps, Andy, you can give it a go with PacificMeta.
Thanks for the shout out, Clement. So we've been working on a lot of projects across Japan and also like the rest of the world. We as PacificMeta, Web3 Accelerator in Japan, are trying to establish the standard for Web3 products, for Web3 protocols in Japan, and am very open to working with passionate local projects on expanding into Japan, and also while also trying to connect you with Japanese projects who are trying to go global. So yeah, please talk to us. Let's take the bull market, take 2025 together, and yeah, to the moon, everyone.
Awesome. Thanks, Andy. And Peter, to wrap things up, how about a little bit about dotBOLD from your side?
All right. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to join in this space. It's an honor. So just a little description about what we are trying to do. So we're trying to adapt, as I've been pointing out in the talk back then. So like there are infrastructures and there are people who are interested in doing things, and also we can use the power of AI to boost all these process. That is what we're doing. We are creating some really nice games. Two of the games are getting launched. So we have Mine Wars. It's playable on App Store and Play Store. It's a game basically you train your character to become more efficient and stronger, so that you could mine more resources, and you can actually trade them with cryptocurrencies later. And for Space Sweepers, you actually it's a tap game. You tap it and it jumps around and you go over hurdle. The more distance that you go, the more resources you can get, and you will also be able to use those resources to do a lot of things in the ecosystem. And lastly, Crypto Gears is a huge game. It's a massive game with high quality graphics, and you would love it if you have ever been into playing games like Dota or World of Warcraft or even StarCraft 2, because you would know what I'm saying if you actually get to play our game Crypto Gears. Please stay tuned with us, dotBOLD, because we're trying to adapt everything, be prepared for these amazing games for you guys. So if you're interested in our what we're doing right now, there's a little QR code right here. Please scan it and you will be able to see what we're doing right now. And thank you for this time, guys.
Awesome. Thanks so much for our esteemed guests, Andy and Peter, for coming on to share on their insights of what they think the market is and what they're currently building with their current companies. So thanks so much for your insights, guys. And we hear about gaming, we hear about AI, we hear about DeFi AI or DeFi for short. So guys, I just wanted to have a quick wrap up and to also kind of introduce or kind of tell our users and our viewers a little bit about what you guys are currently building with your company. So perhaps Tanya, you could begin to share what you would like our viewers to kind of know more about Bitmedia.
Yeah, so what right now we're building and what right now we're working on is the application of Web3 in our activities too. So we are building our kind of own data management platform, which will help advertisers to target users based on their interests. So what we do is we analyze users' wallets and define them and clusterize them by different categories in terms of what they like, what kind of assets they hold, if they like NFTs, if they have gaming tokens, if they are interested in investing and trading and these kind of things. So right now we have already launched this, but I think that there is still a lot of work to be done because there's a lot of audience in the crypto market, and there's a lot of things to analyze and to process. So yeah, we're working right now on enabling our advertisers target particularly more specifically within the crypto industries based on the users' interests. And actually this will also allow them to understand their audience better, because they could see and analyze what kind of users come to them, what they are interested in. Are they like traditional crypto holders? Are they crypto degens and investing just purely in meme coins, for example? Or are they gamers or artists, collectors, and things like this? So this is the main thing that we're working right now. And apart from this, last year we added to our marketplace influencer marketing, and we work actively on expanding it. So we have lots of collaborations with different influencers right now, and we're working on it heavily, and I think it's going to be just bigger and bigger over these years.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tanya. And for Zach, would you like to do a shout out about how awesome Sonic is, which I already know, but to our viewers who are watching this, anyone you would like to speak to?
Yeah, anyone that remembers Phantom, like you mentioned. So we went through for many years, or for a couple of years, we were working our tech team in sort of stealth, building out the next generation of Phantom technology, but it required us to start a new chain. because there was too much stuff to change within an existing chain. And so we upgraded many things, including our database. It doesn't sound super sexy, but really what the database upgrades did was it allowed for an unimaginable speed increase for our new Sonic mainnet. And just for perspective, like 10,000 TPS could pretty much house the entire DeFi ecosystem on our chain if we were to have that volume. And you saw how Solana had the outage with the Trump coin launching. Sonic would have been able to support that in practice perfectly well. That amount of inflow, and we've had a lot of inflow. We've had a lot of sort of battle testing of these metrics in production, whereas a lot of other chains that are claiming to be fast and have not really done the numbers in production with real volume. So Sonic is really just a massive upgrade on Phantom for those of you who know, and I highly suggest you try it. It's you can go to SonicLabs.com for intros and documentation, that kind of thing, and then our X is Sonic Labs. So we're really going to take sort of the aim at the top 10 for our token and our market cap, where we have a fresh new team. We have a lot of things that are sort of foundationally have changed from the old Phantom. And I feel like we have a really bright future ahead. So if anybody is interested, there's a lot of things going on our chain right now. There's actually there's a 9-figure, so 100 mil plus airdrop campaign as well running for the next 6 months. So if you're interested to earn airdrop points and that kind of thing, you can come over and try the chain as well. But yeah, anybody who remembers the old chain, come join us at Sonic, where a lot of exciting things are happening. And just, yeah, you can start off with going to the SonicLabs Twitter and starting your journey from there.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. And to all the viewers listening, you've heard all the alpha and all the exclusive insights from the esteemed guests. So this is me, Clement, and with Eunice. Thank you for watching Vault Show with 13 Des. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very
All right,
much.
thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.